Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Let's Complete Enderal Forgotten Stories. In the last episode, we ended on a very strange note. I think we're back, like, in the very first opening scene in that dream. Like, back at home with Daddy. I can't access my inventory, by the way. Can I go into third person? I can't. I have no idea what's going on. There's a lot to talk about from last episode. The first thing being is that when I chose to lie the first time, he straight up just killed me and it went to the beginning screen. Like it was like the game was over. Like I died canonically. It wasn't just that I died and then respawned. So that was very interesting and I didn't even know that was a thing. So yeah, obviously I reloaded because I'm not just going to end it there. That would be a real lousy end to the playthrough. But it is interesting that that is an actual thing. And then they put us on a raft and left our fate up to, well, yeah, up to fate, I suppose. Apparently with Jesper as well. Yeah, look, see, this was here before. I remember that. I think I took it, but... Hi, I don't know where Jesper is. I assume this is a dream that we're having on the raft. I really hope I don't have to go through that horrible nightmare fuel that was at the very beginning of the game. I mean, we got, yeah, the big statue and the little statue, which we all saw before, but I can't even pick anything up, so... Oh, is that Daddy chopping wood? It sounds like it. Yeah. What the hell? He looks different.
Well, look who's here. How are you doing, silly? Still on the search?
Yes, Daddy. And I think I now know where to find it.
Is that so? Honestly, I find that a little hard to believe. But I guess you know what you're doing, don't you? You always did. Come on, let's go inside. I prepared a little surprise. Or should I say a big one? I suppose that depends on how you look at it.
He's got fangs. And it looks like his heart's been ripped out as well. Okay, I can't bring my weapons out. I have no inventory, no nothing. Can't go into third person. Are you going to do that weird thing again that you did before? Because I didn't like that. Oh, the layout's different. The kitchen used to be over there. What the hell? Oh, you've redecorated. Oh, no, okay, it is. Okay.
Ta-da-da-da! Look who I dug out. It's mother and little sister. Aren't they beautiful?
Aren't we beautiful? Aren't we beautiful?
No. No. Okay. Do I have to sit down?
But I suppose what we dead people do doesn't concern you now, does it, my child? Because you are important now. Ha! Can you believe it? She's important. She is chosen.
Chosen. Chosen.
But you know, I think you've forgotten something amidst all this ballyhoo of prophecies, cleansings, and beacons. That you are weak. You are pathetic. You are worthless. And you are weak. That's what you were back then. That's what you are now. And that's what you'll always be. Saving lives? You? Ridiculous! But then again, maybe we do you wrong. So why don't you just tell us? Why you? Why should you, of all people, be the solution to the problem? Why should you be able to prevent something that has happened to mankind for thousands of years? You!
I don't know, Father.
That's right. You don't know. Because you are a stupid, dirty brat. A murdering, stupid brat and nothing else. See? You did it again. You made me unhappy. You made me curse. And cursing is a sin. Don't you understand? I'm only trying to help you to see. This is not you, don't you understand? You are not yourself. And deep down inside, you know it as much as I do.
You know it. You know it.
So, tell me, silly, why is it so hard for you to just let go? Your place is here, in the realm of the dead. So just let yourself fall. It only hurts in the beginning, you know. Then it's like falling asleep. Please, my child. We miss you so much. Little sister wants to play with you again.
Play with you. Play with
And the two
you.
of us, we could go hunting again, like back in the old days. Find ourselves a nice deer, and then have a good, juicy piece of meat for dinner. But do you even listen to me? Hey, you're not supposed to leave yet. You're already here. So why don't you just stay? Please, child, stay with us. 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 Stay with us.
Stay with me. Hey, can you hear me? Wake up!
They really captured the essence of a nightmare in this game. This isn't a raft, this is the whole ass boat. Ooh.
Bad dreams?
Sorry, someone was at the door. Yeah, the one I told you about.
Anyway, it's over now. And we're lucky we woke up at all. That raft Korak put us on was about as seaworthy as a paper ship. But thank the sun, that fisherwoman over there took us in. She's headed for Duneville, and we should arrive soon.
Ah, I see. How long have we been out for?
A couple of hours. That spell Korak's mute buddy put on you must have been quite a doozy. They felt a blow to the back of the head would suffice for me. Guess I was the lucky one.
I see. Did you hear what happened? Orenthiel and Korek's conversation?
Yeah. That guy should really go easier on the bottle, if you ask me. But it seems that the thousands who follow him see things differently. As if the High Ones alone weren't threat enough. Now they have a self-proclaimed messiah to back them up. That's just peachy.
I'm not sure I even understood what this Korek wants from us. To destroy the beacon?
Well, as I heard it, he thinks the cleansing is evolution. We become higher beings. We ascend to a new level of existence, so to speak. And he thinks the reason for the red madness in Enderal is that people still haven't learned the truth about the death of the Lightborn. They're still superstitious, so the sickness weeds them out. Natural selection. And yeah, it sounds absurd. I guess people always see what they want to see.
So that means war. The Nerames will invade Enderal.
I'm afraid so. According to the fisherwoman, the first of Korak's battleships have already arrived near Duneville. It'll take them a while to get the rest of their fleet over here from Narim, but still. Enderal isn't ready for this. Not at all. Most guards haven't tried their weapons on anything other than training dummies. Or at the most, bandits. In other words, we're screwed.
So what now?
Well, I guess first of all, we should be grateful we made it out alive. I bet that if Korak would have known your role in all this, we'd be as dead as doornails by now. Once we arrive in Duneville, we should get back to Ark as soon as possible. I'm sure Orenthiel and the others have already written us off as dead. I suggest you ask the fisherwoman how much farther it is to the village.
Okay. Oh, I see. This is another character thing. What about you?
Well, I suppose first of all I'll go get my pay. Regardless of what transpired, we fulfilled our mission. After that, I don't know. War is an entirely different story, and ending up beaten to a pulp with a damned warhammer certainly isn't on my priority list.
So you're gonna run for it?
Maybe. The Order might be powerful here in Enderal, but compared to Narim's army, it's a joke. And maybe... On the other hand, if we don't manage to stop the cleansing from happening, it won't make a difference if I'm here or on Calais. Oh, my, what did I get myself into? I feel like a bloody marionette in a goddamn play.
That's not very Jesper of you. Usually I thought you'd just, yeah, absolutely, I'm leaving. Okay. I'd prefer to have you helping us fight Nerim rather than on a beach in Calais, if that's worth anything.
It is. Even though the Calais beach would probably be better for my health than joining your cause. Enemy invasions, mysterious corpses. You seem to attract trouble wherever you go, as we've seen more than once now. You know, there's one thing I just couldn't get out of my head since all this started. Does mankind deserve to be saved? I mean, have we as a species really made this world a better place? What have we accomplished apart from bloodbaths and wars in the name of the true gods or the right way to see things? And even now that we have a common enemy, we fail spectacularly to pull together. That's pathetic somehow, isn't it? Just pathetic. Heck, I sound like the biggest cynic alive. Let's stop here before it gets any worse. Go talk to the fisherwoman.
Alright. Are you okay, by the way? You seem kind of troubled.
You're really curious, aren't you? But yes, there is something that troubles me, apart from the obvious. It's my sister.
Adela? What about her?
Well, I told you that we haven't talked much since... since the thing with our family happened. A couple of moons before we met, I wanted to change that, and I went to see her at the League of the Apothecary in the Frostcliff Mountains. But she was gone, just like that, and no one knew where she went. It's been troubling me for quite some time now. It's probably nothing, but still, I'm worried.
Okay, and that's the quest completed. Interesting. Okay, well, I mean, I assume we'll come back to that at some point. So yeah, just talk to the fisherwoman. Interesting. Okay, well, hi.
Ah, you're awake. How are you? No offense, but you look battered.
You have no idea. Not bad under the circumstances, I suppose. Thank you for saving us.
Don't thank me. I only did what every other path-abiding citizen would have done as well. Your friend, he told me about the Nerames. War. I have trouble believing it.
In any case, you should get prepared. Chances are they will attack the coastal villages first.
Oh, how very reassuring to hear that. But I guess we're well off in Duneville. As long as they don't break through the cavern gate, there's no way they can get inside the town. Of course, that doesn't apply to the plantations and mines. Oh, blazes. Such chaos.
Yeah, that's why I
Those
said villages.
bloody Nerames. Nothing is sacred to them anymore, is it? For millennia there was peace between the lands of the civilized world. And now this. They're heretics, if you ask me. No more and no less. They should be hung from trees, all of them. Anyway, I guess it's best if you rest a little more. As I said, you look as though you need it. I'll wake you up when we arrive. We'll do our best. I didn't think I'd ever say this, but right now I'd give a lot for the Art Guard to be here instead of these Duneville watchdogs. At least they know how to wage a war. In any case, you should get back to the Sun Temple as soon as possible, and show those Nerames bastards whose country this is.
We will. And again, thanks for your help.
Don't mention it.
So, we should be back within range of the teleport runes. I'm gonna head straight back to the temple. See you there.
Okay. Yeah, well, yeah, I guess we pretty much should head straight back. But while we are in Duneville, there's so much that's just happened, and it's very difficult to process it. I'm just going to buy some food while we're here. Started 2 souls apart. Search for Kalia at the temple. Okay, interesting. Excuse me, can I talk to you, please?
Have you heard? Nerem has been united again.
Yeah, okay.
Their leader.
I need to buy stuff. Can I buy things?
Hey, want something to drink?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, so I would like to buy... excuse me. Oh, do you not have, like, food? Okay, that's annoying. What the hell? What? Can I... Excuse me. Can I... No, I want the carrot. It won't let me use my mouse for some reason. Yeah, I mean, okay, well, I'll buy the red apples, and yeah, the other stuff isn't that useful, so thanks, I suppose. But let's just use our scroll and head back to the Sun Temple now. Okay, oh man. The bards, I really wish you could, like, disable the bards. They're so loud, and it's just very unnecessary. But, yes, we're gonna head back. There was obviously a horrible nightmare. And yeah, more importantly, I think, we spoke to the High Ones through the animals, which is interesting. And I think, more importantly, they said that Tilo Oranthiel is not an emissary, which is very interesting, because he does have the dreams, and it seems like, you know, the Korek guy does as well, but I guess, you know, she said that we're the only one of any significance. What a shock. That's never happened before, eh? But yeah, so I mean, I guess maybe they are emissaries, it's just that they're not important ones, I guess. But yeah, this is all, I feel like this is going to be one of those things where it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. Please don't tell me I'm stuck, thank you. Yeah, because this is all very, like, it very much feels like we're just playing into their hands. Like, I feel like in trying to stop it, that's what's going to cause it, I do feel like this is going to be self-fulfilling, but we'll see. So, this is a character quest, which we need to do uh, pretty much immediately, because they don't last very long. So, Kaylee will be relieved to hear that Jesper and I safely arrived in Enderal. I should speak with her once I have the chance to. I can probably find her in the temple. Oh, looks like she's outside. Cool, that's amazing. Means I have to go around searching for her. Kalia! Sweetheart, it's been a long time. Also, you got that demon under control yet? No? Okay.
Saira, good to see you. I heard about what happened on Half Moon Island. It's a wonder you and that mercenary made it back alive.
Yeah.
But war, it just seems so unreal. How has it come to this? Now we not only have to fight these High Ones, but also some fanatic who thinks he knows best?
Okay. Korak seems so convinced that what he's doing is right. It's almost as if the High Ones are using him. I mean, they're definitely using him. That's like they literally showed him visions. Like it's not almost as if they are using him, but okay.
If they are, then maybe we were foolish to think that the Red Madness is the only weapon at their disposal.
Yeah.
Tell me, Saira, how is it possible that our beliefs about what's best for mankind are so different? Why are we so eager to be at each other's throats?
I think that's called... this is getting a little bit too deep. I wasn't really prepared to talk about philosophy today, but I think that's just called being human. Violence often seems like an easy answer, particularly if times are hard as they are right now.
Suffering leads to more suffering. Yes, that makes sense.
You could call it a cycle.
You know what I find so hard to understand? Why there are so few people who actually care. So few people who feel the need to change something like you and I do. There are moments I just feel so powerless. As if we all know that if we keep going like this, we're headed for a catastrophe. But instead of changing course, we just stand by and watch. Do you know the feeling?
You can't expect everyone to be as idealistic as you are. In the end, we're all responsible only for ourselves.
I don't know. To me, that just sounds like an excuse. Whenever I think about it, I find it so hard not to get angry. Take all those upper city snobs with their colorful garments and exotic perfumes. They could put all that money to such good use if only they wanted to, but no, they don't, because they just don't give a damn about the poor. Sometimes I imagine going down there, grabbing one of them by the collar and dragging them down into the Undercity. And there I'd force them to see, just for once. But even that probably wouldn't help. I guess we only care about the things that directly affect us. Who fights against poverty if he's never suffered from it?
A fair point, unfortunately.
Yes. And once again, you've had to listen to another deluge of my whining.
Yeah.
I guess I'm just not a person for pleasantries. Sorry.
Don't be. I actually think the world could use more people like you.
Anyway, I need to make some preparations now. Master Bartar requested my support with something, and I shouldn't keep him waiting any longer.
Okay, that was quick. Usually these conversations take a long time, but there we go. A nice quick one out of the way. I suppose we have got more pressing issues to attend to, I suppose. So, we will go and hand in this quest. It is interesting that Jesper mentioned his sister. I assume we'll perhaps find her whenever we're next in the Frostcliff Mountains. But yeah, I assume that will come up again at some point. And also nice of Tilo around the Altino really stick up for us. Because he knew full well that we were there and he didn't say anything, so that's fantastic. Where are we? Oh, we're circling back around, I see. This is so stupid. Why did they not just tell us to go through the other door? Whatever. But I suppose he's going to say that, if he spoke up, then they'd know how important we were, and then they'd probably kill us, which makes sense, I guess. But...
we have to at least try to negotiate. You know his demands. There's no basis for negotiation.
He has not seen what we have seen. The writings, the memories of the prophetess. If he just realized...
My dams, my sirs,
Shit. What took you so long? And where is Constantine?
that's a long story.
And those were his final words? I can't believe it.
Simply another victim of the High Ones. If we do not activate the beacon soon, he won't be the last.
Oh, right. The beacon. If it's activated, we'll simply glow the red madness away, won't we? Or maybe we could, for once in all this, do something that actually makes sense and focus our resources on finding an alchemistical or thaumaturgical solution to this problem, rather than trusting in a pile of scrap metal.
Oh, by the prophet's ass! Won't you just shut up for a minute? All day long you do nothing but babble, getting on our nerves, and nothing you ever say gets us any closer to a fucking solution. So why don't you just shove off to one of the bathhouses? Go torture the washerwomen with your never-ending lamentations. That would be helpful for a change.
You will take that back.
Will I?
Ooh.
Come here and make me. I'd be delighted.
Blasphemy!
Guard your
This is
tongue,
blasphemy!
wild maid, or...
Or what? Are you gonna kill me? That's what you do best, you and your fucking order.
Silence! You are angry, Lishari Pegast, and I understand why. But in the moment you let that anger destroy this alliance, Firespark's sacrifice will have been in vain. Is that what you want? Is that what you want?
No. No, it isn't.
Good. I am tired of this endless bickering. We have a responsibility, and we will fulfill it.
Well said, Oranthiel. And how exactly do you think we are going to do that? Without the sources, the beacon is as worthless as a heap of rusty iron.
The chroniclers are on it, and they will find the answer. Novice, tell Commander Aaron to join us. We need to plan the defense of the land. You, Prophetess, will speak to me as soon as you have recovered. Now, let us get to work.
Oh. Did not mean to open that. Mean to get out of my seat. Leave the
Please,
Emporium.
Tilo, Jorik is right. A war with Nerim? This is madness.
I know that it is going to be tough, but we have no choice. The beacon is all that we have.
Yes, the beacon, the beacon, the beacon. We don't even know what this thing does, let alone if it will work. If you start a war only because of that damn machine, it means putting the lives of thousands at risk, only because of some vague idea. This is ludicrous, Tila. It's entirely irrational. The man I knew would never have acted like this.
Yes, because that man is dead. I've made decisions driven by fear and selfishness before, and they were always wrong. I will not let that happen again. Seriously, Natara, stop acting as if this were about reason. You're just afraid of making sacrifices for what you believe in. You always were.
Ooh.
Sacrifices. This is about your damn pride, Tilor. Nothing else.
Ooh, drama. Okay, yeah, I really do feel like this is going to be a self-fulfilling thing, because Tilor is definitely not... I don't know, not quite as competent as he seems, but we're just being told to leave right now, which does... Oh.
The sun be praised you've made it. Constantine. He didn't deserve this. It's just not fair.
No, it's not.
Someone is gonna pay for it. I'll see to that. I have to talk to you as soon as possible. It's about the seal in that letter we found on the mercenaries in Old Rashengrad. I believe I'm onto something.
Oh, okay. Man, that was ages ago. Really? Well?
Their client is from Enderal.
Ah.
From Ark, to be more precise.
Oh.
Let's not talk here, though. Meet me in the Dancing Nomad. I'll be in the first room upstairs, right at the end of the staircase. And hurry.
Why so secretive?
Well, why do you think? Come to the Dancing Nomad after you've spoken with Oranthiel. See you there.
Okay. I mean, I was gonna do that first, but I guess she specifically said, after Oranthiel. Optional, confront Tilo Oranthiel with his dispute with the Trushesha. Ooh. I mean, I'd like to do that, but I think it's, we've kind of just disappeared, so that's interesting. I think he's gone out to the beacon, which is, up here. Is it? Was this... This wasn't called the beacon before. Did they move the machine that we found up here? Oh, they did! Oh. I mean, this looks very end-timey, guys. This is totally gonna be a self-fulfilling sort of thing. Like, we're making it worse. We absolutely are, but... Okay, I mean... Yeah, I guess we'll confront him. This person is busy. Okay. What was that about? Your argument with Natara in the Emporium?
Irrelevant. This madman, Koarek. He has completely reshuffled the cards. Now we not only have to deal with the High Ones, but also with him and his fanatics. However, there's also good news. You have probably seen it already.
Yeah, the big thing. You managed to reconstruct the beacon.
Physically, yes. And we also know how it works now, and how it can put an end to the cycle.
How?
It is easier than we thought. The beacon was constructed for one thing, to destroy the High Ones. Once reconstructed, infused with energy and activated, lit, as the Pyreans called it, it can banish the High Ones from this plane of existence.
I mean... That doesn't sound... Because I do feel like this is definitely going in the self-fulfilling prophecy direction, or at very least we're just playing into the High Ones' hands. But if they are, all-powerful gods, then if you banish the High Ones, then surely we all die anyway? Because, they created existence, so we're linked to them, maybe? And also, if they are all-powerful, then I don't think there's anything we can do about it. Destroy them? How is it supposed to work? The High Ones are...
Immaterial, indeed. Essentially, they can be compared to the cold or to shadows. Omnipresent elements, yet we cannot touch them. Energy, if you will. However, there is a counterpart to each energy. Cold and fire, shadow and light. The High Ones and the beacon.
So you mean that the beacon is some kind of counterpart to what the High Ones are? I don't really believe that. The beacon is a man-made machine. Unless you put something equally elemental inside it, but I don't think that's what we're doing.
Yes. Imagine a torch driving away the darkness in the moment it is ignited. This is what the beacon can do, except that the banishing will be permanent.
That sounds good. So what's keeping us from lighting it? Sharim mentioned sources?
Yes, as I said, it needs to be infused with energy before it can be lit. I take it you have noticed the 3 sockets on its base. They are what it draws its power from. Once they are filled, the beacon can be ignited and the High Ones will be undone, once and for all. At least, if the old writings are true. The only thing left for us to find out is what these energy sources are. But we are close. Give the Arcanists some more time and I will let you know if there's any news. In the meantime, get equipped accordingly. Some of the Neremes have landed already, and outbreaks of the Red Madness become more and more frequent as we speak.
The Trushesha mentioned something about what happened in Kira. What did she mean by that?
Well, it's only fair to tell you. You've always been honest to me, so I will do the same. Have you ever heard of the Night of the Thousand Fires?
No, but vaguely.
Between 8,192 and 8,202, there was an underground movement in Kira called the Red Half Moon. They were brought into being by a group of intellectuals and philosophers who, under all the freedom of thought Saldrine granted them, started questioning the reign of the Golden Queen and thus the Lightborn themselves.
Freedom of thought that Saldrin granted them? What do you mean by that?
Saldrin saw himself as the god of knowledge, and accordingly he reigned his country. In Kira, no opinion is forbidden, which is why it is home to countless magic schools and universities, where people do nothing but discuss the reason for being all day long. An appealing thought if you hear it for the first time, but a cunning people isn't easy to reign. There have been more revolts and riots in Kira than bones in a graveyard, and the Red Half Moon was the worst of them.
I mean, have you ever considered that it would be actually easy to reign people who are intelligent if you didn't mistreat them? You ever considered that? No? Okay. So this Red Half Moon tried to end the reign of the gods, just like your son did, correct?
Correct, just as my son did. But other than him, they fought like cowards. Terror, dust crystals planted in the marketplaces, and assassinations, you name it. If they killed innocents, they blamed the Golden Queen, and if they killed her soldiers, they celebrated themselves as liberators. However, they never succeeded in putting her down, and neither did she in destroying them, which is why the court turned to the Lightborn for help. A division of the Holy Order led by me, a young keeper of barely 30 winters.
Why did you have to come all the way from Enderal? Didn't the Order have a bastion on Kira?
None to be taken seriously. You know, not everywhere is the Order as present as here on Enderal, or as it once was on Narim. In Kira, we were ridiculed. I saw the Kiranian keepers who served the Golden Queen. A bunch of decadent gluttons who had dedicated themselves to the court's banquets rather than to the will of the gods. They were pathetic.
That's an opinion, but okay. I see. So what happened?
A moon after our arrival, we received an anonymous tip on where one of the half-moon's bases was supposed to be located, in a small coastal village. As we entered it, we were greeted by the township's elders, and the villagers themselves had gathered behind them. You should have seen how they stared at us, as if we were plunderers. I should have seen by then that something was wrong.
How come the villagers feared you? Didn't they know that you had been sent by their queen? I mean, they probably heard about the tyranny of the Order, but okay.
Yes, but if there was one thing the Red Half Moon was good at, it was sowing lies. According to them, we were nothing but butchers who executed everyone unable to recite the Revelation word for word.
Isn't that kind of what you do, though? You're like a religious fanatic order, but okay. Let me guess. The entire thing was a trap?
That's what they wanted us to think, and they did a good job at that. A veiled person here, an archer on the rooftops there. I got nervous, because villagers are not, they bested us in numbers, and they had kettled us. Then a man seemed to charge at us, and I gave the order to draw weapons. It was just the spark they needed.
It came to a fight.
No, not a fight. A massacre. The villagers had pitchforks and shepherd staffs, and we had shadow steel swords, let alone the fact that we were trained warriors. I realized that I had made a mistake a split second after it started, but it was too late by then. My men, they slaughtered them all, like pigs. At the end of the day, 300 people were dead, and only 10 of them were keepers.
So you proved the villagers right. Okay. And you couldn't do anything at all to stop the fight?
Have you ever been in a big battle? Even if my men would have stopped, the villagers were blinded with rage and panic. No. From the moment I gave the order, it was too late.
You could have at least tried, though. So the Red Half Moon set all this up. I get it, but why? Why would they want an entire village slayed to prove a point, probably?
Well, what better proof of the Lightborn's cruelty is there than a division of keepers who, out of pure wickedness, slaughtered an entire village, women and children included? If the people had already distrusted us before that distrust had turned into hatred, and nothing could have changed that, not even the Golden Queen's heralds. We set sail back to Enderal a week later. 2 years after that, the Red Half-Moon destroyed itself due to infighting. Ironic, isn't it?
You should have kept your calm.
I should have, yes. The Lightborn and the Grandmaster back at that time showed the compassion I wouldn't grant myself. But I learned one thing, and that is that I will never again let fears about my own life influence my decisions. What happened in Kira was the consequence of my own cowardice, and my unwillingness to give my life for a just cause. That will never happen again.
Interesting. I think we should tell him this. I don't think it's really going to change anything, because he seems, he's not a man to be persuaded from his task. There is something I need to tell you. Back on the Half Moon Island, the High Ones told me something there.
What?
Taranor Korek sees himself as one of the emissaries too. The Messiah.
Really? That's interesting. Provided this is true, that means that the emissaries aren't just people who fight the cleansing. They are people who fight for it too. And that also means that whoever granted us our powers and our purpose isn't an enemy of the High Ones, but a neutral party.
No, I think it means that... I mean, it could be the Veiled Woman, but it could also just be the High Ones, and that we are all part of fulfilling the cycle, which I think is very clearly where this is going, but... I don't know if do we want to tell him that he's not really an emissary? I mean, the Veiled Woman, yeah, but... I think we'll go with this one. Could this Veiled Woman I told you about be that third party? Or maybe a part of it?
Possibly. But we will find out all about that once we've taken care of the High Ones. Now, with the Neremes against us, too, there's only one thing that matters. Resolve. We must not hesitate and allow anything to delay the lighting of the beacon any further.
Not necessarily. The High Ones also said that Korek is wrong, and that he isn't really an emissary. And neither are you.
I beg your pardon.
Yeah, see? His pride is in the way. He wants to be special. Well, according to the High Ones, Korek only thinks himself an emissary because he wants to feel important.
What? And the same goes for me? That's ridiculous. They wanted to deceive you, to sow discord. I saw the threat the cleansing posed before anyone else did. And without me, we would have never come that far. Something changed inside me since I fled from my prison. I feel it. And it is the same thing that made you a part of all this. Now, enough of this.
Yeah, okay. This is totally... Yeah, so, I mean, by the way, you've basically just admitted that when this all blows up in our face, it's going to be entirely your fault, because you're the one who, you know, put this in motion. So, glad that you just admitted that. And yeah, you are indeed incredibly prideful. So, nice to know that the true Shesha was indeed correct there. So, what are we doing now? Meeting Lashari, of course, yes. So, we will go and meet her. I don't know if at this point we can speak to Yuzlan, that other guy. If we can, he would be in here, I think, assuming he's, you know, hasn't wandered away and he's not so...
There you are. Walk blessed.
Rena Shalom,
Okay,
prophetess.
I can't talk to him yet. So yeah, you have to do a certain main quest before you can talk to him, and then he'll give you a side quest. I'm not sure which main quest it is, but there's one. We're still only on like Act 2, I think, of the main quest. Maybe Act 3. What am I doing? Oh yeah, of course. I need a signpost. Why did I go out the front door? Is there a signpost right now? Let's go back inside. Go back inside. Man, I haven't been out that front bit there for forever, since Jesper first brought us up to the Sun Temple. Yeah, no, I need a signpost, not to exit through the door. I was just following the quest marker. So I think the Dancing Nomad is in the foreign quarter? I think? Maybe? Hopefully. As long as I've guessed correct. I think, yeah, it's up here, of course. Okay,
You're
so
a foreigner,
Lashari apparently
aren't
knows
you? I
something.
wish I'd
Oh,
have
wow,
crossed
really?
the
A
Red
foreigner?
Sea
A foreigner in
once,
the foreign
or
quarter? Can you imagine that, guys? She said first door up the stairs, I think? But I'm not. Yeah, we just got a quest marker, so it's all good. Oh, Jesper! Sup?
Huh?
Okay, you don't have anything else to say. That's cool. So, let's
Is it
head
important?
upstairs.
Move along.
Where's up? Oh, here's upstairs. And yeah, here we go. Here's Lashari.
Me.
Hard times.
Stew. Roast
Hard
pork.
times.
Anyone?
I really need that new herbal essence for my hair.
Prophetess, are you in there? There are... Kirash, what? Why? What have you done?
Nothing. She was dead already.
What? No. I will not accept this. I will not accept this, damn it! Forgive me. This is simply too much. Yes, I know, Nea. But she was a good woman. We both know that we're not involved in this. So please tell me why you and Lashari wanted to meet up here? Were the two of you close? I wasn't aware Lashari liked women, too.
No, it wasn't like that.
So why?
Do we want to tell him? Well, I think we'll tell him. I think Valia's confident in her ability to handle a traitor if it is him. It seems there is a traitor in Ark. Someone from among our own ranks. The Shari wanted to tell me who was behind the assault at Alt Rashengrad.
What? Then this bastard got wind of it.
Yeah.
Oh, Kirash, Lashari, why the secrecy? Maybe the murderer has left a clue. We have to search.
Okay, there weren't very many people inside who were, there when we were talking to Lashari. Interesting. Oh, Lashari. You feel Lashari's pulse. Her body still has some warmth remaining, but she's dead. Oh, so that means it was recent, probably. Interesting. Okay. So, I mean, what are we looking for? There's oh! Suspicious cap dust bottle.
What's this? Let me see. Yes! This could be our clue.
A glimmer dust bottle? Couldn't that belong to Lashari?
No, certainly not. But come to think about it, it doesn't really help us either. There are so many dust addicts in Ark, it would take years just to count them. Oh, by the name of the sun, I will inform the Order.
Shouldn't we keep searching?
Yes, you do that. But come back to the temple as soon as you're finished, alright? The Archmagister has found something out about those sources we need for the beacon, even though he paid a high price for it.
Discuss the next steps with Lexil.
Where did I put that?
Potatoes, garlic,
ju-
radish.
Lashari.
That should be it.
I'm so...
Is it now? Remind me not to burst in.
Is that a keeper sword? Where's he gone?
Just where did I
think
put
has
it?
he left already? I think he has. I was gonna see if he had a sword on him.
Yeah, as
Because he could be the traitor. I'm not writing that off. So, because yeah, I think this is a keeper sword, but yeah, I can't loot her at all. So look at that, the sword's just in the bed. I thought it disappeared for a second, but no, I just moved to the side.
Some people just don't know their path.
Okay, well, this is incredibly sad, and I really did not expect that. Okay. Well, I guess we've got a tiny bit of time left, so we can head back to the temple at least. Let's find a signpost, and hopefully we can use that rather than our scroll. Is Yuzlan out here somewhere? He should be, like, walking back to the temple. I don't know where he... I'm not going to go looking for him. We'll be here forever if I look for him manually, so... We'll just head back, but... Yeah, I think that is, like, a keeper sword? I think. So that's something to keep in mind. Definitely a traitor. I'm trying to think who, though, to be honest. So
The fabled
we'll see, I
prodigy.
suppose. It could be, because a lot, I mean, it could be anyone, really. A lot of these people don't like the Neremese mages, understandably. So it looks like we're going upstairs. I think Yuslan is the only, original one left now.
Yes, that just might work.
Who have we got here? That's Neremese mage. Oh, yeah, Lexil, of course. He might have a side quest for us, actually.
Ah, if it isn't the prophetess. What's wrong? You look troubled.
Lashari. She's dead. Someone... Actually, do we want to tell him that? I think we do. Yeah. Lashari. She's dead. Someone murdered her.
I know. Shah Rim has already told me. I hardly knew her, but it's horrible. Different ideologies or not, she was a fine young mage, and her knowledge of the Pyreans was impressive. We need to find the ones who did this, and fast. But you probably already know that. Thank Malphus we just had a breakthrough with the beacon.
Yes, Yuslan told me about that. Does that mean we know what's missing?
At least as far as the sockets go, yes. In the old tablets you found in old Dothugrat, there's talk of black embers, which are supposed to be some kind of energy supply for the machine.
Black embers? Any clue as to what those could be?
This is what we've been asking ourselves over the past few weeks, and then it fell like pelt from our eyes. The Pyreans were talking about the Black Pearls. Old jewels, sometimes known as Blackstones. They appeared for the first time in the Golden Era, and every self-important noble literally fought to get one in his possession. Apparently they originated from Stormwind, the old city in the heart of Octwind. They changed owners for decades, sometimes by violence, sometimes by gold. The whole thing only stopped when the owners took note of an undesirable side effect, if you like.
Well, what's a legendary jewel without a catch?
Everything has a catch, and sometimes this catch is even upside down. But the stones weren't somehow enchanted, if that's what you're thinking. At least not by any known magical means. Nevertheless, all of their owners eventually shared the same fate. Countess Katua from Nerim, for example, whose castle burnt down to its foundations. According to a survivor of this tragedy, she was to blame for that. He claimed that he saw her the night it happened, laughing hysterically and dancing in the dining room and summoning waves of fire all around her. She was not previously known to have any magical talent in her.
Interesting. So these jewels somehow gave their owners magical powers?
Correct. Plus, all of them eventually showed similar symptoms of delusion, like those possessed by the Red Madness do. A peculiar coincidence, if you ask me.
Definitely not a coincidence, then. That's one way to put it. What happened once word got out to the public that the stones were cursed?
Not quite.
Those who owned a pearl tried to get rid of it, or look it up somewhere safe, and eventually they fell into oblivion. Tell her your theory, Archmagister.
Yes, of course. We believe that the stones carry energy, pure, uncontrolled magic, and that the High Ones use them for their own purposes.
You mean the High Ones use these pearls to deliberately drive people into madness?
Correct. The pearls' magic make their owners powerful, but the High Ones befoul them, so to speak. Like a poison potion. I know it sounds odd, but the parallels are too striking to ignore. The red shimmer in the victim's eyes, the slow descent into madness, and ultimately this irrational, destructive act of violence.
But all of this happened centuries ago, didn't it? I thought the High Ones only appeared just before the cleansing.
That's what we thought too, but it seems we were wrong. Maybe the High Ones never leave our planes at all, even after the cleansing. Maybe they're even part of this world, just like the tides or the elements. And the death of the gods is only what really sets them rolling, so to speak.
Interesting. So yeah, I mean, destroying them seems like it would also destroy the world, so... But what do the High Ones get out of it? Why would they do that? It's probably just for fun.
That's a question I've been asking myself since we first learned of the cycle. Who knows? Maybe they like for us to suffer. Or maybe they see us as we see ants, whose lives simply mean nothing. Or maybe the very concept of intentions is meaningless to them.
I see. And you think that the magic of these black stones could give the beacon the energy it needs?
That's what we think, yes. Nothing else in this world possesses that much raw power.
Which is why you will find them for us.
Oh, me, of course. It's always me. But if the High Ones poisoned these stones, isn't it dangerous to bring them here?
No, because we know what we are dealing with. Unlike those who fell victim to the stones.
That's what we call
Imagine
that
them
pride.
as a powerful, magical sword. A fool won't know how to wield it and will eventually cut himself with it. A seasoned warrior, however, can use its power for his purposes. Which doesn't mean, however, that we will be careless with them. What we need is their energy, and once we have transferred that to the beacon, their shells will be useless to the High Ones.
That's a lot of assumptions. And how exactly are we supposed to find them? Didn't you say that they are scattered all over Vin?
That's right. But we don't need all of them. The beacon has 3 sockets, and that is how many of the stones we will acquire. Archmagister.
I studied the history of the pearls as a young arcanist, and I think that my notes might give you some hints as to where you should start looking. Give me until tomorrow. By then I will have prepared the relevant excerpts.
All right. Anything else I should know?
Just come to me whenever you have questions.
And hurry. I take it you have already noticed this, but Nerimi's troops are roaming our land and building outposts, and the Red Madness is also getting worse as we speak. Now go, Prophet. The sooner we find these stones, the better.
Okay, I mean, I haven't noticed that there are Nerimi's people wandering the land at all. Wait until Archmagister has prepared the documents. Okay, so yeah, I guess we'll leave that here. Yeah, dark already, I know, right? It happens every night, actually. Okay, so we're going to leave this episode here. I am still reeling from the fact that Lishari is dead. I did think that while, they were talking there, someone who does have a longsword, like the one that we found in Lishari, is Kalia. Kalia had the big longsword, and she wasn't wearing it when we spoke to her, but obviously she's, like, off duty, if you like. And she has been known to be a little dangerous and unpredictable at times. I don't know how long we've got to wait for this guy, but I'll do that in between, I suppose. Providing nothing exciting is going to happen when we're walking outside. I wonder, can we find Kalia? She's probably in the barracks or something, so that's where we'll have to go to sleep anyway, so we can have a look, I guess. But yeah, I mean, pretty much it could be any one of the keepers, but I'm assuming it would be someone we've met rather than just someone unnamed, like maybe this one, because she doesn't like them, but at the same time, I don't feel like she's, just because she doesn't like them doesn't mean she's going to murder them. Interesting. Could be T-Law. I don't know.
The prophetess, isn't it?
Yeah, I am the prophetess. I know. Is Kalia in any of these? I don't think she will be. I think she'll probably have her own bedroom somewhere because she's, like, named and special and all that. But you never know. We can check anyway. Who are you? Just a novice. Okay. But yeah, we're going to leave this episode here. So, for now, I hope you've enjoyed this video. We've had quite a few revelations. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed. Like it if you have, subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you in the next episode.